What's up everyone, it's Willette with Urbex and Coasters, and well, right now I'm at Atlanta Airport, and if you know anything about what's happening, you know exactly where I'm going. Let's go become one with the Force. ArieForce. Guys, I made it. I'm in line for ArieForce 1. Ready to become one with the Force. ArieForce. I just got my first ever ride here on ArieForce 1, and I will say I am one with the Force. It's awesome. I mean, that quad down, some complain it's too aggressive. It's not. What are you complaining about? They put a lot of airtime in a ride. That's a good thing. And I mean, that stall, that's my favorite stall that I've done. And I mean, that dive loop, it sort of rides like the Raptor dive loops, where it gives airtime and laterals on it. And those two rolls on the far end, those have some crazy whip to them. So you've got to come out, ride ArieForce. What are you doing? This ride's awesome. I've now done 6 laps here on ArieForce. As you can see, this ride is awesome. That outer bank, I can say, better on the red side, but the blue side on the far turnaround over there has an element that's better. This double up hits surprisingly hard based on how it's profiled, and this quintuple down, it's awesome. Like, I don't get what people are complaining about with it being, quote, too aggressive. I'm gonna go ride Hurricane and Sea Serpent. I'm gonna see how many I can get on those. But here's a look at this. For those of you wondering, yes, they are allowing you to re-ride in empty seats, but you're not gonna get empty seats very often right now this week here at Fun Spot Atlanta, because, well, it's mostly enthusiasts that are here. So, you know, most of us are pairing in order to get on the ride faster. So that is something to consider, but if you see an empty seat, take it. You can see that double up behind me. Both ups hit, the down hit's good. Let's get the rest of the lineup though, because we have 2 other coasters in this park. We're not paying for our wristband and leaving 2 coaster credits on the table. So, Sea Serpent doesn't do much, but the first drop has some good whip to it. Now time to do the adult miler that's in this park. I've heard this ride's pretty good, so I've heard it has some great airtime to it, so let's get on the thing. There you go. I just rode Hurricane 5 times. It's way over there. I realized I had not started the video, so I'm gonna put the video camera on. Hurricane is quite good. It's better than any mouse that I have done. I would say that this park does have a legitimate top 2 with ArieForce and Hurricane. I hope Hurricane lives, and it's better than any mouse. I will say it's not as delightful airtime as some say, but I still think it's quite good. So I got 14 laps on ArieForce today. Very much just the prelude, since I arrived after 5 p.m. on the discount. We're gonna get a lot more laps in tomorrow, but overall, pretty successful day. 14 on ArieForce, 5 on Hurricane, and that was awesome. So yeah, now I have no plan for tonight, and I have to figure something out, but I'll make it work. Day 2. I am gonna say one reason that I don't think this venture succeeded is because there aren't any hotels right next to Fun Spot Atlanta. Like, I mean, if you want to be a destination, I mean, it's kind of critical that infrastructure like that exists. I mean, we're seeing Six Flags Worlds of Adventure type thing right here, where your local park builds itself up into a destination too fast. I mean, it's almost a 7-kilometer walk to the nearest hotel, so that is an issue. And I mean, even as someone who's normally okay camping, normally okay. Like, I'd normally be okay at a field like that. In the Atlanta heat, no. No, I need a hotel. So, in the Atlanta heat in the summer. So, yeah, that is an issue that I wanted to address. So, if the rumors that I'm hearing that there is a new operator that's going to be taking over ArieForce and have it be under new management, I mean, it's something that I think this new operator needs to very much consider. Slight ding on Fun Spot here. Last night it was not an issue that I had food in my bag, but they decided to search my bag today and they said, you can't bring outside food in. I explained, I'm autistic, that's an essential. And they're like, I'll get someone to talk to you. And they are like, go put it in your car. I didn't drive here. I backpacked here. Everything you see on me is everything I have. And they're like, oh, we'll hold it for you. So, I mean, I'll appreciate them for that, but, I mean, really? You're a free admission park. You don't need to, and your park's closing. You're really going to be a hard ass about someone who just wants to be able to have food that's appropriate for them. I'm not going to let that ruin the day. Let's ride ArieForce. Get as many more laps as we can on this. What that's a control panel from. Like, look at that. I wonder what that control panel is from. So, you know, I'm just gonna say it, you know, looking at all this theming that they have in this building, you know, instead of trying to theme this ride, should have gotten a dark ride, because you can't have, like, it's not like anyone who comes in for this ride comes in because it's themed. We come in because it's an RMC, and so I think that all of that theming budget should have been spent on getting a dark ride, and that would have drawn in people that weren't as much into roller coasters. So I think the park might have succeeded had they, instead of trying to theme ArieForce, would have gotten ArieForce as is, but just had it in a box and gotten a dark ride as well. Epic finale. Definitely see this being a liminal space if it was not crowded due to the fact that the place is sadly closing. It's like Adventure Dome. They still have their coaster that's been here for several years, advertised as, quote, now a liminal space if I've ever seen one. All steel. It's very relocatable. But all of those bolts in there, those are going to need to be replaced if they don't find a new operator to run it right where it is, which I have heard online is something that might happen. I don't know if I mentioned it in a previous clip, but I will say that this morning Joe Draves was here inspecting the ride, and there was a uniformed Six Flags employee that was here and talking to Joe Draves. I mean, it's possible it was an enthusiast on their break from Six Flags Over Georgia, because it was an Over Georgia uniform, but it's also possible that they sent someone from Over Georgia to do the inspection for corporate. So, and that it could go to any park, because I don't think it would go to Over Georgia because they already have Twisted Cyclone, but there was a uniformed Six Flags person here doing an inspection. I just witnessed a ride where one of the operators literally walked on the brake run with a moving vehicle to grab a wallet that had fallen off. Fun spot, I love you.